Today we are going to build a complete authentication flow in Express.js with Prisma. So if you have seen my previous video, then have already everything clear. But if you are new on this video, then this is the simple Express.js app is created with Bun, and in the module we have these two modules, and on the user modules we have these two controllers on the controller file, and this two file is just imported and connected with this router, and this is our endpoint. In this create users and get user, and our related endpoint like user products related endpoint we have just imported in here it with base router, and for your user it is prefix is /user/ whenever user hit. So this is our base router is just we have used in our main file. Okay, so everything is just connected. Now we're going to build a complete authentication flow. First, to create this user registration, and after that we will learn how to bcrypt our password and save to database, and further we will learn how to just create scalability token with our data, and how we can encrypt our data and secure our data. Okay, so first of all, so in the previous video we have just created simple create user functionality, but it is not enough for. So first of all, we can just extract this email, like if email password and name is execute. Okay, so at first if you comment out this, and now it's okay. Whenever user will hit this create user endpoint /API/v1 /user /create user endpoint, and this method is post. So make sure that you have given the same method and same endpoint whenever you are testing your APIs. So this is our endpoint, and this is our base URL that holds our main URL. There our server is running on 5000 host, and /API/v1 /user /create user, and we have passed some data. This is dummy data for creating user, like picker, a random email, a random name, and this password, this simple password. And if we hit this, oh, server is not running. So it's because we need to run server bun start. Oh, server is running. So server is running. Now if we try to no need ChatGPT anymore. Okay, now our data is created, and we are getting response from our server. Sorry. Okay, so data is created and we are getting a response from server, but we don't know our data is valid or data is passed from the client or not. So if we not pass, then our some field is required, then Prisma will give in error automatically, but we don't want this. So we want before pass data to Prisma or database, then we will check if not email, password, or name. If user not pass, then we can pass a error response that all fields are required. Okay, or maybe the problem in here, this maybe we need to make this as a. No, it is not okay. Now our TypeScript is happy and it's returning. So if user not pass email, password, or name, or you can do it like if email is not required. Okay, so you can check this separately or independently every field, like if email or request.body.email, so both are same like that, and you can check this independently if, and you can show your custom error that for every field. So if user not pass email field, then you can show error on the server So if we check it out, like if we check it out, we are not passing email at this time. Server error. Okay. Oh, not it is just request. That's why we are not getting from error from here. Email is required. Email is required. Not you know you're not able to pass on error. You can pass any type of JSON data in here, any type of data in here. This is JSON, and you are passing your custom error. So we will handle errors on the next video. So this video will just learn how we can handle this normal errors and how we can check validation of our data. Okay, so we are just checking everything in one place, and if not pass anything, or just if this single field is not passed from user, then it will be just error, and just return errors. That all fields are required. Okay, and if not, then of course our every data is just valid. So still our data is not valid, but user passed something from the database, but it's still not valid. So we will check data validation with the JOD in the next video. So in this video we are not checking. So if user passes name, email and password, then we are just creating new user with name, email, password, and it is just returning everything like ID, name, email, password, created it and updated it. Okay, so if any error, if any unexpected error, not our custom error, then it will just return server error. Okay, so whenever we are hitting Ctrl J, okay, we will just store not faker email. I am using Insomnia. You can use Postman. So a web code, and email will be for testing purpose. Random email is good. So email, just write email, then you will find automatically suggestion on Insomnia, and you will find unlimited API testing limitation, and it is open source. Okay, so you can use a web code. Okay, random email is just okay. Email. If you not get the suggestion automatically, control space, then you will get this suggestion. Okay, random email, and password is this. Sent. Okay, but our data, our password is exact what we have sent on our database. It is not correct. Okay, so before that you can create easily just new request by just right click here, or you can create a new folder here. Just click here, you can create new folder here, new HTTP request in here, and for organize our request and testing, I have just created every user related request in user folder, and then I'm just requesting. This is post method, and this is the endpoint. Okay, so our password is exact. Our password is exact, and it is not stored data on the database, because anyone can hack our database if not secure our database correctly. So how we can secure our password? So anyone can easily access our password, and anyone can able to log in of this account. So we can secure our password by a package that's called splitting our terminal, and found it bun add bcrypt. So this three package we will use. Okay, bcrypt and JSON web token. So I will use these packages and cookie parser. So for this time we need just bcrypt, not this one. Okay, we need just bcrypt. So bun add bcrypt, JSON web token and cookie parser. At this time we need just bcrypt. You can install only bcrypt, but these two packages we need on the future. That's why I'm just installing. Okay, So what we need to do? So we need to do, whenever user hit this create user endpoint, then we need to bcrypt or encrypt our password before saving on database. How we can do this? So we can do this by using const hashed password is equals to await. We need to import it. Okay, we need to import bcrypt from bcrypt, but maybe we need to import also types. So for that, expand again, bun add rate. So we will import this as a dev dependency. It types JSON web token types bcrypt. If you are using this JavaScript, it is not required, but if you use a TypeScript, that's in this time, if you don't like this getting this error, then you can install types of bcrypt type of JSON web token. Okay, installed. Error will be gone from here. Okay, and where we will get everything as solution bcrypt dot has built-in method, and we are getting solution of how we can do this and how we can do this. Okay, just hover on it, bcrypt. Okay, before do this, bcrypt dot, here we have a lot of functions. It is built-in method or function. So bcrypt dot, for hashing, you can hash as a just synchronously. You can hash synchronously, but we will hash asynchronously. That's why we will use hash. We can get rounds, how many character you would like to use for hashing, or you will use compare in the future for comparing between our hash password and user given password. So if the both password and exact will be matched, then it will just return error. Okay, so in this case we'll use hash to hashing our password. First parameter we need to use. So if you hover, then you will get what you need to use. So first parameter, our data, what we will need to hash, and second parameter, just rounds of hash rounds. So how many character will be hashed? Okay, will be used for hash or after generated. This is the round of hashing. So without passing repeated body password, we pass hash password. Okay, so now it is okay. Hashed. So maybe it's spelling mistake. Hash. Oh, it is okay. Hash. Oh, now it is okay. But without creating new variable, without creating this, you can just pass it in here. Okay, but maybe that is good practice, that before creating or requesting for Prisma create or requesting to database, you can create it before and pass after hash password is generated. Then this function will be executed and every data is now for valid. Okay, so server is running, and if we pass again at this time, we're getting this password is just encrypted, and nobody will easily understand this password, but anyone can just extract this password, but this process is not so easy. Okay, so our password on the database is now hashed, and if anyone get this our data, then they are not able to access the full user information because password is hashed, and our password is just required for user login. So our user creation method is completed. So before that, okay, we can check also const email exist, where email is email, and whenever in the JavaScript, whenever you need this key and value is same, you can pass you can pass like that. You don't need to pass key colon this value. Okay, you can pass it, and if is so we are checking that after every data is just correct. We are checking if email exists for this email. If the past email is just exist, then we are checking email already exists. Without if not email exists, then our condition is just false. And false means our new data is just ready to creation, generate that. Then this password will be hashed and the new data will be created, and we are passing a response to server that user is created, and this response from our database user is created, and we are passing this user. Okay, this message, this user is not required. You can pass anything else, whatever you want. Success true, or your name is equals to user.name, anything else, whatever you want. It is not required to this. For creation, status code 201, 2 or 1 is valid, but it is not maybe required. So you can search for HTTP status code means, and you can use it. Okay, so this is a simple function. So that's extracting name, email, this password from request body. If a user is not passed email or password or name, then returning errors. If email exists, also returning error. Email already exists. And if everything is correct, then we are creating new user and just sending back to our client that message user created successfully. It is not required and no field is required in here. But for creation, user status code 201 is just valid status code. Okay, send. Okay, we are getting message success true, and this is our user response from our database. Okay, our password is now, our password is just encrypted. Okay, so at this time we'll create a new route called export. Okay, not export, we'll export as a exconst login user is equals to like that. So this also be promise email and password, and const find unique email is equals to wait, and after that we'll check if not email. Okay, I will just explain everything. And if not, okay, so on the so secondly we'll just export as a const, and we'll create new route user router post login user. So this login user, so we have just imported everything as a import as star. That means we have imported everything from this file, and as a this, and whenever this dot, suppose this dot login user, we are getting everything, every suggestion what we have just exported from here. Okay, so and creation your this endpoint must be login user. It is not required. You can give it to any name in here. Make sure that your name is just readable and anyone easily can understand what you are just actually doing with this endpoint or with this route segment. Okay, so just login user, so anyone easily can understand how you are just actually doing with this route. Okay, and we have used this is our user related routes. So /user/login user, then this user router will be called whenever, and our base router, first of all, our base router is imported in our main file with our main app, and the app is listening on this port 500, sorry, 5000, and this every route prefix is /http localhost 5000 /API v1. It is not required. No, nothing is required in here. Okay, you can pass it to anything else, but make sure that you have call it and correct. And we are using this base router as a middleware, not a post, get, put, pass method. Okay, and here also we are using this as a middleware, and API v1/user for understanding that our user related routes organize on this segment. Okay, /API v1 user, like we will import like base router.use like product related fields. Okay, so product related fields will also will import in here. So we will with prefix like /API v1/product, and or will import product related like product router in here. Okay, so it is easily understandable. Okay, and /API v1/user /login user, then whenever user hits /API v1 user /login user, then this function will be executed, and it is just accepting. Okay, it is just accepting email and password as requested body. If not user pass this email and password, then just returning error, all fields are required. And if email and password is passed from user, then just checking on the database email is already exist or not. Okay, so you can pass email if email is exist on Prisma, but your name and your key and value is same on JavaScript, then you can pass only this. Okay, and we're checking find unique. If not user is exist, then invalid email or password. Or also we are checking here, we are checking our password from using bcrypt as a built-in method. This is async method to checking hash password against our just encrypted or decrypted password. So like bcrypt.compare. So this is our exact user password and user.save password. So if this just user given password just like 1 2 3 4 5 6 and user.password, that means it is hash password on saved on database. It is just 1 2 3 4 5, like not 1 2 3 4 5 6. It is just hash password. Okay, no one can understand, but user against password bcrypt will understand. Okay, and if password is matched, then user is valid password, and if not, then invalid email. Okay, in this case invalid password, valid password. And if everything is okay, password is matched, email is just find on database, password also matched, then we're just sending response blank to server, user login successfully, and now this is our user response and success is true. No field is required in here. You can pass anything else, whatever you want. Okay, so is my recording is running? Okay, running. so this is simple. Whenever just we are getting name, email, password, checking, and checking also email is exist or not on database. If not if email exists, then email already exists, and everything is just okay, and every condition is just overcome. Then we are hashing our password before saving on database. If everything is correct, saving our data on the database, we are creating new user and respond back to our client. The user created successfully. Okay, and here if email on the login controller, this is just a simple like callback that we have used on here against this route segment or this endpoint. Okay, so there this is the same conditions, and bcrypt just before we have saved our password as a hash password on the database. That's why we are using bcrypt.compare. But make sure that you have saved your password as hash password with bcrypt.hash. Without, if you save like 1 2 3 4 5 6 that same password. Okay, here we don't need request.body.name because we have this extracted name email from here and email. Okay, everything is just correct. Make sure that you have saved hash password, and if you not have hash your password before saving or registering, then you don't need to use compare method in here, because in this scenario bcrypt.compare will not work, because suppose you have saved your password on the database like 1 2 3 4 5 6, and if you compare with bcrypt, bcrypt.compare, like this is your exact password, and if you have not used bcrypt.hash to hashing your password before saving or registering on the database, then like the user.password also this exact password, then it will not work, because you have not used the hash, you have not used hash method before saving on database. So make sure that you have used. And without, suppose you have not used bcrypt.hash on register, then you don't need to do this, but you can check it with, like, if in this case, like put your password is equals to user.password. So this password and this password is missed, and your database saved password and your user given password is just correct. Then if not correct, it is return. It will just return an error, it's invalid password, or otherwise it will just work. Okay. And we're using bcrypt to hashing our password. That's why we're just comparing our user given password and saved password. Okay, this is just normal. This is normal. This is nothing. I'll push my code on GitHub, and I will give this link on video description and this comment section. You will find everything, and it is easy. It is nothing. Okay. But you can see that whenever user logged in, they have access, and whenever user will refresh the page, after login user will get access to access some page or access some resources on the website, okay, or app. So after login, we'll save our user information on the user side, like cookies or local storage from client side. So then whenever user logged in, our user related data and user access, user just authorization will manage from database, and we'll use like cookie. We'll set cookie on a user browser, and if the cookie is exist on user browser, then they will be just able to access resources whenever they are logging, and they have cookies on their this browser, and they will be just permitted to access some resources for this authorized user. Okay, so if you check create user, we'll just right click, duplicate. It will be just login user. We are just duplicating our request. That is because everything is same. No need email. We need to pass just email. So in this case, we need pass just exact email. So on the previous email, so this is our email, a login user, pass this email, and this is the password for every user for testing purpose. Okay, and if we hit, okay, we need to also send this like login user slash login user. Okay, login user, just send a request. Okay, it is working. But if we give this invalid password, so you can see our password is just decrypted or encrypted, that's saved on database, but it is working because our user given password is just correct against this password on saved is saved on the database. If we pass just invalid password is not working. Okay, and it is working. If we use invalid email, just remove 5 invalid email or password, control back, everything is working, but our cookie is empty. So what we should do, So whenever user successfully logged in, we need to set a cookie, and cookie will be not removed if cookie time will be not expired, and if user manually not remove this cookie. Okay. So whenever user login from like React, Next.js, Vue.js, or Laravel, also anywhere they will use this login and register functionality. If user after login, cookie will be saved on the browser cookies, and whenever cookie is on the browser cookies, then user will be permitted to access some resources. So this is a simple flow. So in the next video, we'll discuss about how we can store cookie, and how we can make a user to access specific resources in our website, or after login user, how user get their own profile and some authorized resources in our app. Okay. So now we have know how we can log in, how we can register, how to log in and register is simple. Then make sure that we are using for this is our data type JSON. So if you use Postman, there has the option to JSON, and if you use JSON, make sure that on your main app.json you have used this middleware that calls express.json. Otherwise, you will not able to get the request.body your data from your client. Okay. So thank you so much. See you in the next video.